Hey guys, Lightning Reviews here, and today I'm reviewing the first arc of Dragon Ball Z, the Saiyan saga. There's no categories for this specific review. Also, the MHA Season 2 review is on hold but will come out eventually. Anyways, let's get to this review. Let's start with the opening chapter. This chapter on the first page shows us Earth's current state of peace. Then contrast this with the low-level destruction caused by a rocketing spaceship with a man inside. Raditz. This easily shows us whoever this man is, he's not a good one. This one also gives us the mystery of who Kakarot is, who should have destroyed the Earth. Raditz, following this, is shown to be a strong person by making Piccolo, the person who is the second only to Goku, sweat in the Raditz's presence. As well, he mocks Piccolo and tanks Piccolo's attack, even scaring him in the process. In the end, Raditz blasts off as we get hit with a blatant hint that Goku is Kakarot. With it ends the opening chapter of Volume 1. After the previous events, we learn Goku has had a kid, who will become a much more prominent player in the story. Raditz then appears at Kame House, where Goku, Krillin, Bulma, and Master Roshi are. We learn at the end of the chapter he has a tail. In the next chapter, all Dragon Ball fans' concept of the series would have most likely been destroyed, as we learn of aliens in this world, such as the Saiyans, a conquering race of aliens Goku and Raditz are a part of. A shocking revelation, but even after that, when Raditz offers Goku a job to conquer other worlds, he declines, making sure the viewer's interpretation of Goku is unchanging. Raditz's strength is reconfirmed as he easily lays out Goku. He then takes Gohan, giving him a choice to kill 100 Earthlings and join them, or the planet will be destroyed. All this with a smile. This establishes what we picture a Saiyan to be, a powerful but heartless killer. Following this, Goku and his arch-nemesis Piccolo team up. This is a crazy, unexpected team up, and I love it. Also showing Piccolo's goal is to conquer the Earth, and to accomplish this goal, he's willing to work with Goku to take out a bigger threat. A battle ensues between the two parties, and it's a great one. There's some great shots and panels. We learn the Piccolo's special beam cannon, a move which is basically associated with Piccolo's character forever, even later on being used in the Super manga. We get the feel of Goku and Piccolo's desperation as they stall for time while charging the before mentioned attack. As Goku's on the brink of death, Gohan, enraged, unlocks a new power, headbutting Raditz, heavily injuring him, making Gohan a more interesting character in the long run. In the end, to beat Raditz, Goku sacrifices his life for Piccolo to hit Raditz with a special beam cannon, killing him as well. To end the chapter, we learn 2 more Saiyans will come to Earth in a year's time to kill everyone, and then we see Goku's painful death. This was a good opening volume, quickly showing us a fraction of the villain's power, and gives our heroes a job goal to complete, trying to beat the Saiyans, who wish to destroy the planet. Next volume. In the opening, it begins with Piccolo taking Gohan to train him after seeing his potential against Raditz. The greatest part of this chapter, we get to see the underworld for the believed first time, since I haven't read Dragon Ball, but I really don't think we've seen it up till now. Which looks really cool, along with Snake Way and Goku's goal to train with King Kai to defeat the Saiyans established. Now let's get to the training arc. Let's start with the least interesting, the humans. There isn't much to talk about, they just kind of train with Kame. Next, Goku's training with King Kai. We get a great introduction to King Kai's character, with the use of his bad jokes in expressing the more comedic side of Dragon Ball. Along with this, I think it has some really funny jokes in Volume 2, a lot of them. Along with this, we get the underworld expanded with our quick look at Snake Way and King Kai's planet. Next, in my opinion, Gohan's and Piccolo's training is the most essential and best. Gohan at the very start is introduced to Piccolo's cruel methods as he leaves Gohan in the wild to survive. Something in the viewer's mind cements him as a cruel figure, as he always has been, like the Demon King before him. This is an important step in Piccolo's arc, but at the same time leaving little messages that he isn't like the Demon King. This message is sent to the viewers throughout his training, but as at the same time Gohan is making a connection to Piccolo. I think this is stated when Gohan says, "But Dad used to say you're not as bad of a guy as you used to be before you died and came back." I think he's right. This show of compassion visibly angers Piccolo as it goes against his image of himself, the heartless reincarnation of the Demon King Piccolo. But this act of compassion is the catalyst of Piccolo's arc, as Gohan shows him compassion and kindness he thought he would never have of someone direct the feelings like that at him, which slowly builds up a bond between Gohan and Piccolo. That's it for the training arcs. Let's get into the Saiyan invasion. The Saiyans brutally shown when they destroyed a planet of innocence after arriving. Along with this, the Cybermen kill Yamcha. Overall, the battle with the Cybermen is used to show how powerful the fighters have got, but shows their limits with Yamcha's death. The volume ends with Nappa charging at the Z fighters. Any hope we had when the Z fighters beat the Cybermen is brutally crushed in the intense battle, as Tien and Chansu are killed and the others hurt. We painfully learn Gohan is still a kid when he hesitates against Nappa. We learn Vegeta's possibly stronger than Nappa. When Nappa obeys his commands, we can feel their desperateness as they make plan after plan. There's some good panels. Akira Toriyama is really good mangaka, as he can give necessary shots breathing room. When Gohan's about to be killed, Piccolo steps in, sacrificing himself. This is a great sacrifice. We can see a bit of this coming. This completes Piccolo's character arc. He has broken free of the Demon King persona. Goku appears later on in a moment of relief is granted, and we feel our hope rise, as in a fit of rage beats down Nappa. We learn Vegeta's cruelness, as he dispatches Nappa when he's useless. We can tell how strong Goku is as he beats Nappa, a contrast to the Z fighters' annihilation. The battle between Goku and Vegeta ensues, ending Volume 3. So now I'm gonna review Goku vs Vegeta. So let's talk about the technical and emotional narrative. Also, Super Eye Patch Wolf made a great video on this, what makes a fight scene interesting. Let's go check that video out, it's like way better than this. First, let's talk about the technical narrative. Throughout the fight, there's a theme and an argument. First, the main theme is presented, nature versus nurture. The prodigal prince, born with untold amounts of power, trumping anyone of his race, versus a low-class Earth-raised boy with no natural strength, trained to become strong. Who will win? Which ideology trumps? Nature versus nurture. Let's talk about the dialogue exchange. Vegeta at the start flexes his power, arguing his natural born power trumps Goku's effort. Goku's counter is the Kaioken times 3. Vegeta supports this point with the Gaio Hiku. I think it's just like the final flash or something. With like Gaio Hiku. I can't really say it, I'm sorry. It's like basically imagine the final flash. Gallic Gun. Goku counters with Kaioken times 4. Vegeta re-argues with the Ozara transformation. Yajirobe argues with cutting Vegeta's tail. Vegeta still holds his ground using his natural strength. The fighters re-argue with the Genki Dama, but it's ineffective. The fighters use the Grade 8 argument against Vegeta. With no arguments left, Vegeta loses. These back and forths make for a great technical narrative. Now for the emotional narrative. Both characters know the stakes of the battle. Goku, Earth destruction, along with him and his friends, and for Vegeta, his pride and the Dragon Balls, showing us the reasons the two parties fight. But other than the theme, there's not much of an emotional narrative. The banter between the fighters was a nice inclusion. This battle had some great build up from the moment we see Vegeta. As the viewer, we know Goku and he will fight. Goku in this moment against Nappa gets hyped up, casually beating a character who killed many of the Z fighters who could beat Raditz level opponents. He was hyped up when beating Goku and Piccolo up. This chain emphasizes Goku's strength. Goku's new moral compass after Piccolo changed into a good man is established when he asks this entirely selfish request to let Vegeta go. Now let's talk about the character of Vegeta for a sec. Vegeta is a great character. Easily, Akira Toriyama is able to establish Vegeta's character, a prideful, easily angered, mocking person, setting the base of his character arc later on in the series. Vegeta's banter with Goku is a fun highlight of this arc. Nappa is the definition of the saiyan in the viewer's mind, a heartless but thirsty killer. With that, I have nothing left to say, even though this feels a bit weird, just leave it there. There's not much I can think of saying, so yeah, I'm gonna be done with that. Next should be the Dragon Ball Z Frieza Saga review. If that doesn't take me too long, I should be able to get that one out. If not, the MHA Season 2 review, which I don't think it will be, but it could be. And anyways, with that said, I'm gonna be off. Goodbye.